everyone, I'm Mrs. Kim and welcome to Mrs. Kim's Building Blocks. How are you today? Well, I'm so happy that you came. Now before we begin, let's get ready. Please make sure to have your pencil and your paper. Now if you don't have them, it's okay, don't worry. I'll tell you what you can do. Just pause the video, run and get them, and then come right back and Mrs. Kim will wait for you. Now every day at Mrs. Kim's Building Blocks, I always check my mailbox because I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I want to hear about your stories and also you can ask me your questions. So let's see who wrote to Mrs. Kim today. Let's see, let's open it up. Oh my, we do have some postcards and we have some letters. Let's see. Now first of all, I have a postcard from Annalise and her brother Ezekiel. Hi Annalise. Hi Ezekiel. I hope that you're having a great time. I also have a postcard from two sisters, Kaylin and Adeline. Now this is exciting because Kaylin actually sent me a picture of the work that she did. Do you see it here? Wow, look at the job she did with the word apple. She followed along with Mrs. Kim. I'm so glad that she's taking it serious to really practice and to join along so that she can learn as best as possible. Good job, Kaylin. And you know what? Wesley, who also wrote me a letter, he sent me a picture of the work that he did. And he did such a great job too. Look at it here. He added a lot of pictures. He practiced some of his letters, and then you can see by him filling up the entire page that he was working very hard. Good job, Wesley. Now the last one that I want to share with you is actually a letter from Zoe. And Zoe writes, Dear Mrs. Kim, I still don't know my numbers. I know that you taught about 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, but I think it went a little bit too fast for me. And I don't think I can catch up. Can you help me? You know what, Zoe? I am so glad that you wrote to me. And you know what? I can understand how you feel. Sometimes when things seem like they're moving too fast, we can get worried or we can even get afraid that we can't catch up and possibly not even learn. But you know what? We can learn and I can help you. So we'll take another look at the numbers that we saw last time. We'll look at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And in no time, you will know your numbers very well and be very good at counting. So you know what? I decided that today we're going to sing a song about counting and our numbers. So the way that we sing this song is that we take out our hands just like this and spread out our fingers so that we can count them. And the words to the song are, how many fingers on one hand? And then we'll be counting each of our fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now Mrs. Kim is going to sing this song first for you, and then you can join along when we sing it again. Let's begin. How many fingers on one hand? How many fingers on our hand? How many fingers on our hand? Let's all count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to clap our hands. Clap, clap, clap our hands. Clap, clap, clap our hands. Clap, clap, clap our hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's sing it together this time. Let's take out our hands. Let's wiggle them around so that they can be all ready. How many fingers on one hand? How many fingers on one hand? How many fingers on one hand? Let's all count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clap your hands. Clap, clap, clap your hands. Clap, clap, Clap your hands, clap, clap, clap your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that was a great song to know our numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to take a special look at the number 1 today. We're going to write it up here on our board, the number 1, and also the word for the number 1. So let's write the number 1. Now the number 1 is pretty easy. It's just going to be a straight line from top to bottom. Probably the hardest part is getting that line to be really straight. So watch Mrs. Kim. I'm going to start at the top and I'm just going to move a little bit fast and just go 1. Did you see that? When I went faster, it was a little bit straighter than when I went slow. So let's try that once again. Now you can do this with your pencil and your paper. Let's practice together. Start at the top and just go down, just like that. Let's try that one more time. Let's start at the top and then we'll just go down really fast. Down, just like that. And you know what? It's going to get straighter and straighter and straighter as we go. Let me snap my fingers and clean our board. Now we're going to write the word for number 1. It goes like this. O, N, E. O, N, E. You can also practice writing the word for number 1 with your pencil and your paper. Now, if I'm going a little bit too fast, all you have to do is just pause the video. I'll wait for you, and then you can come back after you're ready. So let's try that one more time. It's O, N, E. Can you spell that with me? O, N, E. 1. I have something very special for you today, and we're going to use it to learn our numbers and also counting. Do you want to see it? Let me get it for you. Now here is my very smart monkey. Can you say hi to my very smart monkey? Hi, monkey. Now this monkey is very special because he shows us how many things we need here for the number here. Oops. And when his arm is straight, just like this, we know that the number of things here is the same as the number here. Now we will be using monkeys to show how many monkeys we'll need for the number 1. So here are my monkeys. And here is my number 1. So first I'm going to place my number 1 here. And you can see the monkey's arms are not straight. So let me see how many monkeys we're going to need to show us the number 1. Let's put down 1 monkey here. We'll just be really careful. Oh, the monkey's arms became straight. That means 1 monkey is the same as the number 1. We can actually place 1 unicorn here, or we can place 1 ice cream cone here, or we can place 1 panda here, because we have 1 thing for the number 1. Now, besides my very smart monkey, I also have a very special book here about numbers. And this book is called 1 Shoe, 2 Shoes. Can you see the dog, the shoes, and the mice? From this picture, we can tell what this story is beginning to be about. Let's take a look. It says 1 shoe, and that's how many shoes we see in the mouth of the dog here. 1 shoe. It says 2 shoes. So we see 1 shoe, 2 shoes. We also see red shoes and blue shoes. It says 2 shoes make a pair. Now a pair is any time we have 2 of something. So we have 2 shoes and that makes 1 pair. Who's that hiding there? Can you see this pink tail? I wonder who that pink tail belongs to. Let's see. Little Mouse 1 and Little Mouse 2. There were 2 mice in the shoe. There was a pair of mice in that 1 shoe. And it says they've made a house in someone's shoe. A shoe for a house for a mouse. Mouses' houses, red and blue. Slippers on the bedroom floor. Here's Little Mouse 3. We had 1 mouse, 2 mice, and now we have 3 mice. And Little Mouse 4. Look at the little dog. He's peeking out with his one eye to look at that mouse. So now we have 4 mice. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now we've seen 9 mice. Can you see this one mouse that's peeking out right there? 10 little white mice, all in line. Let's count them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, 10 little white mice, all in line. Wow, what a nice book that was. And it did help us to see how many numbers there were and how to count. How many mice did we see? Do you remember? We counted 10 mice. Now this book, 1 shoe, 2 shoes, is about counting. And it's also a story about shoes and mice. Do you remember? Books are made of stories. Stories are made of words. Words are made of letters, and all letters make sounds. So when we know our letters and their sounds, we can put those sounds together to read words. We learned A, B, C, D, and E. Let's practice. When I show you the letter after I snap my hands, please say what is the letter. I'm going to snap my fingers and then a letter will appear. What letter is this? Did you say the letter C? Excellent. Let's look at our next letter. What letter is this? Did you say the letter A? Very good. Let's look at the third one. What's this letter this time? Did you say that it was the letter D? Very good. Let's look at our last letter. What letter is this? Did you say that it's the letter E? Excellent. Today, we will learn a new letter, and that letter is F. Let's begin by writing the letter F. So first of all, we have to clean our board. Remember, we can write every letter in 2 ways. the uppercase or the big letter and the lowercase or the small letter. Let's begin with the uppercase or the big F. To write the letter F, and please take out your pencil and your paper so that you can follow along. It goes like this. We make a straight line from top to bottom, just like our number 1 actually. So we begin right there and then we add 2 smaller lines like this. And that is our uppercase or the big F. Now to make the lowercase or the small f, this is what we do. We start out here and we go around and then straight. Did you see that? And then we just make another line going straight across. And that is the lowercase or the small f. Now remember, if you need a little bit more time to write your uppercase or your big F or the lowercase or small f, just pause the video and then Mrs. Kim will wait for you to come back. Now, I also want to teach you the letter F sound. Now, sometimes it's a little hard to make the letter F sound. And what you need to do is bring your bottom lip near your teeth and then blow. So you go like this. Can you do that? That's the letter sound for F. I also want to teach you the sign language for the letter F. So please lift up your hand and spread out your fingers just like this. And then what you do is you just bring your pointing finger and your thumb together just like this. Can you see Mrs. Kim's hand? Try to make your hand just like Mrs. Kim's. And that is a sign language for the letter F. So it's F. Now all along, we've been learning short songs for each of the letters and then we've been tying them all together. So this time, I want to teach you the short song for the letter F. And it goes like this. F for fan. Let's try that one more time. F for fan. Wow, we know 6 letters now. And let's take a good review. Let's do them all together by stringing along all the short songs that we've learned for our letters. So let's start with A. So remember, bring out our hand. We're going to fold over all of our 4 fingers and then bring in our thumb. And that is the letter A. And the sound that the letter A makes is ah, ah, ah. Now let's try the letter B. For the letter B, we open up our hand, bring our fingers together, and then just move in our thumb to our palm. And we'll go B, 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 B. Now the next letter is C. And remember, that one's kind of easy to do because it really makes your hand look like the letter C. So all we have to do is take our hand and curl them all together to make the letter C. And we'll go C, K, K, K. Now once again with the letter D, we use our fingers to make the letter D. And the way that we do is, let's get out our hand and we'll bring in our 3rd, 4th, and 5th finger and meet them together with our thumb. And just do this. But remember, our pointing finger reaches up really high. And that's D. D, D, D. Now E, let's open up our hand. This is going to be kind of similar to the letter A. We'll bring in over our 4 fingers, but this time we'll have them all sitting on our thumb, just like this. And that is the letter E. So let's try that. It's E. E, E, E. E. E, E, E. And then today we learned the letter F. Now do you remember? We spread out all our fingers and then have our pointing finger meet up with our thumb. Just like that. Just like that. And that is the letter F. F. Now, Mrs. Kim is going to sing all the short songs for the letters A all the way through F, and then I hope that you can join along with me. A for apple, a, a, a. B for bounce, b, 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 b. C for cut, c, c, c. D for dig, d, d, d. E for elbow, e, e, e. F for fan, f, 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 f. Okay, let's try that one more time together this time. Ready? Let's start with our A's. A for apple, a, a, a. B for bounce, b, b, b. C for cut, c, c, c. D for dig, d, d, d. E for elbow, e, e, e. F for fan, f, 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 f. Very good. I know it's not that easy to remember all of them, and you're still working out your fingers to make sure that you can get the sign language, but every day we're going to practice, and you're going to get much better. So don't worry if you can't do all of them right now. Soon enough, you'll be able to know all your letters, all the letter sounds, as well as all of this song. Now we know 6 letters: A, B, C, D, E, and F. And we can make many new words now. So today we're going to make the word fab. Fab. And fab means terrific or very, very good. So let's begin by writing the letters for fab, and then we're going to read them together. Let's first clean our board. Now fab is spelled F, A, and then B. Fab. Now we know that the letter F makes the f sound. The letter A makes the a sound. And then the letter B makes the b sound. So when we know the letters and the sounds that they make, we can put those letter sounds together and read the word. So let's try that here. First of all, it's a, b, b, b. Now let's bring that together a little faster. A, b. A little faster and melt them together. A, b. A, b. Let's do that faster. Fa, b. Fa, b. And then fab. We read the word fab. Very good. And all we had to do is know our letters, F, A, B, and also their letter sounds. F, A, B. And we could connect all those letter sounds and read the word. You've been reading many words already now together with Mrs. Kim. Words like cab and bad. And today we learned fab. I have a can of alphabet soup for the letter F, and it's right here. Now this soup contains the letter F and many words that begin with the letter F. So let's take a look. Oh my, there's a lot of things in there. So here's our soup, our alphabet soup for the letter F. Now let's see what can go inside. Now the first thing that we need to do is put in the uppercase or the big F. So that's what we're going to first put in. And then we're going to put in the lowercase f or the small f. That goes right into the alphabet soup. Oh my, we have some fun things here. Now, what is this? Yes, that's a fish. And fish starts with the letter F. It sounds like fish. So fish definitely can go into the alphabet soup for the letter F. Now, can you see this? This is a fork. And we use a fork to eat with, right? And that fork also begins with the letter F. Fork. So let's put that into our soup too. And then we have a fence here. Now fence also begins with the letter F. So it's fence. So let's put that fence right into our alphabet soup. Now we have two more things that we can put into our alphabet soup for the letter F. And the next one is, it's a firefighter. Do you know what a firefighter is? These are brave women and men that fight fires for us so that we can all be safe. So we should all be thankful for the women and the men who serve as firefighters for our towns and cities. So firefighter also begins with the other letter F words. Now the last word that begins with the letter F that I have here is a fan. A fan. Now fans are great, especially on warm or hot days. So fan is another great word that begins with the letter F. Letter F for fan. So fan also belongs in our soup, our alphabet soup for the letter F. Now I want to teach you a song that belongs for the letter F. But in order to learn this song, I need to teach you some words in sign language. Now the first word that I want to teach you in sign language is flower. Flower. Now to do flower in sign language, you act like you picked up a little flower and all you're going to do is smell that flower. So the sign language for flower is just like that. You just bring it to your nose and you go. You can even use two hands. You can go. And that's the sign language for flower. And it's like pretending to smell a flower. Now the next word that I want to teach you in sign language is fingers. Fingers. And all we have to do the sign language for fingers is we just wiggle our fingers. And that is a sign language for fingers. Now the third word that I want to teach you for the letter F in sign language is football. And the way that we do football is as if we're just grabbing a big football. So we just do this. And that is a sign language for football. Now the last word that I want to teach you is friends. And this is a very important word to learn, friends. These are the special people in our lives that we have to love and to care for, to play with, and to spend time with. So let's learn the sign language for the word friends. And the way that we do it is we act like these two fingers are friends. And what they do is they connect, just like this. And that's what we do with our friends. We connect. So the friends are connecting. So that is a sign language for friends. Do you see that? Can you do that? Very good. Now I'm going to sing this song for you first, and then you can join along. Flower starts with letter F, letter F, letter F. Flower starts with letter F. And then we do the sign language. Fa, 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 fa. Okay, now let's do it with fingers. Fingers start with letter F, letter F, letter F. Fingers start with letter F. Fa, 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 fa. Now the third one is football. Football. It goes, football starts with letter F, letter F, letter F. Football starts with letter F. Fa, 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 fa. Now remember, friends. Friends start with letter F, letter F, letter F. Friends start with letter F. Very nice. Now let's sing the entire song all together. Remember, we're going to start with flowers, so pick up your flowers and get ready to smell them for our sign language. The word flower. Let's begin. Flowers start with letter F, letter F, letter F. Flowers start with letter F. And then fingers. Fingers start with letter F, letter F, letter F. Fingers start with letter F. Football. Football starts with letter F, letter F, letter F. Football starts with letter F. And then friends. Friends start with letter F, letter F, letter F. Friends start with letter F. That was fun. Oh, and fun starts with the letter F. Fun. Now this is a good time to do some exercises. Now you can do these exercises while sitting down, just like Mrs. Kim, or you can stand up and do these exercises too. Now the first exercise we're going to do is called the twist. So we pull up our hands just like this, and then we just go twist, 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 twist. And we're going to do 10 twists. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We did 10 twists. Now the next one that we're going to do is pulling taffy. So we're going to act like we're pulling taffy, just like this. Ready? Like this, pulling taffy. So we're going to do 10 pulling taffies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the third exercise has a funny name, and it's called the funky chicken. So we're going to do that 10 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that was a good workout. Now let's sit down and take a little rest, because we learned a lot today and I had such a great time with you. Now I want to tell you how proud I am of you and how much I can tell that you are so special, so sweet, and so smart. And before we end today, I want to read from our special book. Let me grab it here for you. And it says, My ABC of God Loves Me. Now we've read A, B, C, D, and E. And today we're going to read about F. So F is for forgiving. Now what does it mean to forgive? When someone does something bad to another person, or maybe even to you, they can come and say, I'm sorry. And then if you want to accept their apology or accept their sorry, then you can say, I forgive you, which means you're going to let them go even though they did something bad to you. Now, where do we learn how to forgive? We learn how to forgive from God, because God first forgave us. That even though we did bad things, God is forgiving and willing to let it go. So it says F. F is for forgiving. God is forgiving. So when we are rotten, if we say we're sorry, our wrongs are forgotten. Let's read that one more time. F is for forgiving. God is forgiving. So when we are rotten, if we say sorry, our wrongs are forgotten. Now that is really good news. Because you know what? When I do something rotten, the first thing I want to do is forget about it. But you can't just forget about it. You have to first say sorry. And then God says that He will forgive you. And then He will forget. Thank you so much for coming today and spending time with me. I really enjoyed spending this time with you. And I hope to see you tomorrow at Mrs. Kim's Building Blocks. Bye-bye. I'll miss you and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.